So, when I was editing the opening of her short film, The Call of the Selkie, I really wanted to do something different with the fantasy drama genre. I've always been drawn to folklore and symbolism, and I used the myth of the Selkie to explore themes of identity, motherhood, and the feeling of being caught between two worlds. A lot of fantasy openings rely on action, but I wanted to slow things down. Most of the cuts are direct cuts, and the pacing is quite calm and reflective. And I did that on purpose to mirror the emotional state of the Selkie, who isn't quite human, but she isn't quite creature either, and definitely doesn't belong fully in either world. The editing style reflects that. For example, there's a moment where we cut from the warmth of the home to the coldness of the ocean, and that contrast is meant to feel jarring, like the shift between duty and desire. Because I was also the voice behind the narration, I had a lot of control over the tone. I kept my voice soft and steady and like kind of distant, like someone who's remembering something painful but has come to terms with it. And I tried to create this mystical sort of breathy tone from my voice to really give it that effect. The language is poetic and a little abstract at times, and we wanted that to reflect the mythic feeling of the story, but also the emotional confusion of the daughter that she feels of her mother. The soundtrack supports this too. It's not quite that dramatic or loud, just quietly sad, which fits the atmosphere I was going for. For example, like in the background of the shots, you can hear it, but it really fits with the visual description of what's happening and it's not overshadowing the shots. One of the most important parts of the story for us was how the Selkie is shown as a mother. We didn't want her to be this perfect, nurturing character that we see so often in media. Instead, she is conflicted. She cares for her child, but she's also slowly losing herself in a world that isn't hers and where she doesn't belong. And I also tried to show that through editing. Her face is often hidden or only shown in pieces, and even when she is home, she never quite looks comfortable. The house is warm, but the framing is tight. It's almost claustrophobic. Then, when she's near the sea, even though it's cold and distant, she looks free. One of my favorite shots is when she takes off her necklace, which we used as a symbol of her connection to the human world and to her daughter, Safa. It's simple, but that moment, along with the final shot of the necklace left behind, says a lot about her choice. In the end, the story challenges the idea that motherhood always means sacrifice. The Selkie chooses to return to who she really is, even though it hurts. And through my editing, I showed and highlight the pain and beauty of that decision. It's not black and white, it's emotional and messy and dramatic, and that's what makes it feel real and immerses the viewers. So, yeah.